join a space and you must talk.
Oh, no, don't make Mr. Nemo go away. I'm always happy when I see him.
Okay, so I'm going to
He
put the
could be
live
good.
stream up in a second, and you'll be able to see it. And we're going to go through some of the things that I do. And for anyone who has Pixio,
Okay,
so I'm going to this is really good because I'm going to post this live stream later because it's people don't know about this feature. And so, hold on one second, guys. Let me put up the live stream. Later, because it's people don't know about this. Okay, so I'm gonna send it in the live chat in our chat room. That should work. Hold on.
But we want Mr. Nemo to be able to see it too. I'll send him the link.
I'm gonna post it here too, so everyone can watch it.
Good.
It'll be like a party. Okay, now hold on. Because I always mess this up, so let's not mess it up today. For some reason, anytime I do spaces stuff, I mess up everything. Okay, do you see? No, you don't. That was wrong. So dumb. Okay, here we go. Because I always mess okay, you guys should see live stream. Not mess it up today. Maybe. Yes. Rangi, yes. For some reason, anytime I do spaces stuff, I mess up everything.
Yeah,
okay,
I see
do
it.
you see? No, you don't. That was wrong. Okay, is it clear for everyone? Dumb. Okay, here we go. Okay, you guys should see live stream. Not mess it up today. Maybe. Yes. Okay, perfect. So, and I'm gonna check the audio. I mess up everything.
Yeah,
okay,
I see
do
it.
you see? No, you don't. That was wrong. Okay, is it clear for everyone? Cool. Okay, so this, what you're seeing on the live stream, it's funny. Now I want to show you, but it actually came out really cool. Okay, perfect. Look at this. Totally and I'm gonna crazy. Check the audio. I don't know if you see that. Do you see that? No, you don't. Because I opened it up and you don't see it. Okay, cool. Okay, so this, what you're seeing on the live stream, fine. Now I want to show you, but it actually came out really cool. Okay, perfect. Look at this. Totally crazy. Okay, you do see that. I don't know if you see that. Do you see that? So yeah, this I just made. I was testing a new update. It actually came out insane. Do you see this, Rangi?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's so crazy. So crazy. I'm just like, how in the world is it just doing this?
You didn't
So yeah,
even
this
prompt
I just
all
made.
of
I
it?
was testing a new update. It actually came out insane. It went completely out of control. It's so crazy. But I just was doing some tests and they're coming out so like crazy. How in the world? It's just today, this model. Just me testing some updates. I just made. No, really good. It actually came out insane. It went completely out of control.
You got people to fight.
I know.
How did you do
But
that?
I just was doing some tests. So like, how in the world? It's just today. And like this is out of control.
Is this with Omni?
No, this is regular.
Really?
Yeah, Gabe, I made a button called Chinese button to help. It's the best. And like this, but this is so cinematic. It's literally blowing my mind. No, this is regular.
I gotta look at your prompts. I gotta get
Yeah, Gabe, I made a button called Chinese button to help. And it's just so good. And Nick used it yesterday. Made like nature documentary, which we have to make another one tonight. So cinematic. Wait, one second.
No, I was gonna ask Frankie, what is she trying to make? What are you
I
trying
need to grab something, but start trying to eat.
I have
It's
two
just so good.
characters
And
that part
Nick
of our
used it
game.
yesterday.
Actually, this is an
Made
account
like
we've
nature
actually
documentary,
had.
which
Two of them are walking
we have to
through
make
a
another one
forest.
tonight.
Very swampy. There's a thicket ahead. There's a human-sized crevice in it.
I need to grab something, but start trying to eat.
Silhouette. A character they've been trying to hunt. He's there. He steps out. One of them raises their bows. The other one raises their staff. Two of them steps out. Walks out of the forest.
You won't get away!
I have wasted, but not wasted. I have used so many credits trying to get them done. It does all these crazy.
So one thing I noticed is that what you're looking for doesn't seem like it's action heavy. So I don't think you get moderated, which is a bonus. And I think you already have a set of characters that you want to use. So character consistency is something that can easily be accomplished. And just kind of taking the bits and pieces and spacing it out so it's not jam packed. Because yes, you can jam pack a prompt to have so many things occur, but in your case, it seems more, you just need some consistency and that storytelling, the bits and pieces and spacing it out so it's not jam packed. Yes, you can jam pack a prompt to have so many things occur, but in your case, it seems more.
So it's not just there's a few settings I'm gonna show you, but like there's edit video too, and it's like hit or miss, but it's really cool. But this, what you're looking at right here right now, this prompt was Journey of Magic. Look at the action in 1 second. So it's not Journey of Magic. I don't even know what's going on here. It's so crazy. Like there's edit video too, and it's like hit or miss. And then like when I was making the little short film, it was just blowing my mind. Was this clip? Journey of Magic. What? Action. It's one whole clip. It's so crazy. I don't even know what's going on here. It's so crazy.
But there are going to be something that where there is fighting. Like,
and then like when I was making
T-Rex or things
the
like
little
that,
short film,
or battle. So there will be times when I want to do those kinds of things as well.
Yeah.
I'm just,
And with this one though, I don't know how you prompt, but look at how I prompt. So these are the images that were used. Look how they're done.
Well, that is actually a really good question, Frankie. How are you prompting? Are you using AI and machine, or are you using a prompt optimizer, or are you just crafting your own?
So these are the images that were used. Look how they're done.
Well, that is actually a really good question, Frankie. How are you prompting?
ChatGPT to help me, and then I was bringing those into
AI and machine?
and then
are you just
crafting your own? I didn't even notice it was up there. That didn't like I ended up having the same kind of problems using the prompts that go there to and then I was Pixio and then found out you have machine. Ross like you have machine. Machine. I haven't had a chance to actually even do anything there using that machine. So that's I've been feeling that's going to be better. So I haven't had a chance to do that. So and then
yeah, it's
and please note that like ChatGPT always says, well, I can tell you're frustrated. I'm not frustrated. I just really want to know how to do it.
I mean,
I understand there's a learning curve. People have been doing this
it's not the learning curve. It's that what I find as like it's the way to really use this stuff is I use machine to look up everything about the model.
Right.
So latest updates of the model or recent ways, it can pull Reddit, it can pull like lessons that are online and like documents and docs, and then compile it for you. And ChatGPT just simply cannot use that. Is I use machine to look up everything about the model. So latest updates of the model or recent ways, it can pull Reddit, it can pull like lessons that are online and like documents and docs, and then compile it for you. And ChatGPT just simply cannot use that.
A variety of things, right? So like in machine, you do have OpenAI, you do have Claude, you have all these other models. So really, what's to you, and what gives you the best output. But you just have to remember that creativity and that storytelling, that taste. Really gets borne out by the humans, right? So AI can assist, can provide those ideas, but I wouldn't just totally take it for fully utopia and that story.
And that's something
really gets borne out by the humans, right? So AI can assist, can provide those ideas, but I wouldn't just totally take it for fully
think about And even anime, things I watch like that, it's like, oh, look at the camera angle on this. And then I have the vocabulary, but that's something which can be honest. But it's like it's years of experience, like something that people have who don't actually finish the picture. Maybe not what they want. What they can get out of this will probably be incredible. Even anime, things I watch like that.
It's true. I mean, I didn't chronicle this was a video game, but this scene specifically, I wanted him to walk through the monster because he's like a shade, and it happened. It's crazy. Look. It like fully understood the assignment. It's true. I mean, I didn't. The guy was gonna try and help her, and then he walked right through him to her. And I couldn't get this.
And this is
well, I couldn't get this at a regular C-Dance Pro. I had to wait like an hour to get this out of Omni. It was too violent. Like it was violent. The guy was gonna try and help her, and then he walked right through him to her. And I couldn't get this.
So that's why there's 2 rounds.
Exactly. I got flagged.
So I know someone who
like
wants
an hour
to
to get this out of Omni.
It
was too violent.
Get that done. It sounds like this could get done or not.
Yeah, and I was literally with the team, with Alisher, and I did this generation, again, my favorite generation ranking, Animated Journey in Magic.
It's so adorable. It's like,
and he told me that this is literally copyrighted content.
It's weird.
Yeah, and I was literally with the team. I did this cannot believe this model is doing it. It's replicating perfect IP. Animated Journey. This is why people are freaking out. And he told me that this is literally regular. No, C-Dance 2 Pro. Yeah, I literally. It's not regular. C-Dance 2 regular doesn't exist. It's like Pro has perfect IP. This is why people are freaking out. Yeah, and like this was a magical outlook. This is what it gave me. No, C-Dance 2 Pro. It's very interesting what it understands from where. Like, I was on TikTok and I saw this, and I was like, yeah, I could do that in C-Dance. Yeah. And like this was logged into Pixio, did this prompt, 5 minutes. What it gave me. It looks identical to what's trending. This has like 5 million views on Instagram and TikTok. And so you could pump these out all day. Alton, you should do it. Just make a new TikTok account and just make like 50 of these videos of different haircuts using C-Dance. 5 minutes. You have Pixio, you have plenty of credits. You're Nick's brother. Like 5 million views. And then tag us. And so you could pump these out all day. Alton, you should do it. It's just crazy. Like this video is so realistic that you would definitely be fooled. It doesn't look. It looks like a parrot, brother. And if you look up and then it's a real trend. People are really getting lots of views from this stuff. It's just crazy. Like this video is so realistic. No, I'm pretty sure it's AI. I think it's real. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anymore. That's the problem. I don't know anymore. I even did like animation. It's so funny. It's about running out of tokens. It's so relatable. And everything, every thought, everything you say, every word costs you a token. No, I'm pretty sure it's AI. It's real. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anymore. That's the problem. I don't know anymore. I even did like animation. It's so funny. It's about running out of tokens. It's just so crazy. And everything, every thought, everything. And even with Sarah's trash man, like it's so good. Like this is so unbelievable. That it did this in one shot. It listened to every scene, everything I said in the prompt perfectly. That's crazy. And everything, every thought, and even the Sarah Jackson, like it's so good. Like it's so when I share pages that have a link, those pages that you see the prompt. So most things that I share come with the prompt. Everything I said in the prompt perfectly. It's just so wild. Some of these shots are just so great. Like this is the first video agent test. Look at this. I was blown away. The first time I turned it on, I was like, no, things that I share come with the prompt. No, it does it all by itself. You don't get it does all of it by itself. Some of these shots are just so great. Like, this was the video agent. I was like, get out of here. This is crazy. The first time I turned it on, I was like, this was me testing the video agent to see, like, does it really understand cinema? It really does. It's pretty crazy.
Okay, I gotta get up to speed on this stuff.
This was the video agent. I was like,
And this was just from me testing with the video agent for the first time, where it's like I'm not something, it's something. And then it made like some really interesting ones. This was also the video agent. This was what's cool about the video agent is it could make like these vertical style videos that are really doing well on TikTok. So like this is completely made from the video agent. I had nothing to do with it. Really interesting one. This was also the video agent. It's crazy. It took 3 elements and it made the video agent an insanely realistic video. Vertical style videos that were really doing well on TikTok. So like this is completely made from the video. And this was like the first test. And then I made this, which everyone loves. Apparently, it took 3 elements. This is the video agent. An insanely realistic video. But I didn't render all the scenes. I just chose one scene. And then this was also a video agent. And the difference is what's going on. It's so good. And then I made, it's got the scenes, it's got the direction, it's got the switching, it's got everything. And because it's powered by C-Dance, it's extremely powerful. And this was also video agent. And the difference, like honestly, like my understanding of what you can do is changing. It's got the direction, it's got the switching, it's got everything. And because it is crazy, I'm not gonna even lie. Like it's wild. Like these videos, I don't even know how Tom Holland ended up in my prompt. Like my understanding what you can do is interesting. No, the first scene was just Spider-Man. It is crazy. I don't know how that happened. Like it's wild. Like these videos, that's what's crazy about this model. Like in my prompt. These are wild generations.
Did you put these things together?
No, the first scene was just. Oh, I didn't do this. The AI did that.
You did that, okay.
No, the AI. I didn't put this together. That's crazy about this model. Here's an example of like an Indiana Jones style the video agent. It's one of my first tests. Can it make it? And it can. Oh, I didn't do the AI. So he grabs the thing, and then the trap. Then he gets teleported through time. It's got the slow-mo. It's got the action. It's got the weird magical part at the end, and then boom, he gets teleported through the desert. It's exactly what I asked for. It's a time trap. If you trip the time trap, you get sent back in time. And then the trap. Then he gets teleported through time.
So another friend has joined friendship. Got
the weird magical part at the end, and then boom, you get teleported through that. It's exactly what I asked for.
Television show.
Yeah, then honestly, he should use C-Dance. It's the best for that right now. And with the Mortal Kombat, what is crazy is, well, I'm not going to show it per se, but I want to show you how one of the generations were like, yeah, then honestly, he should use C-Dance. It's the best for that right now. And with the Mortal Kombat, what is crazy is, say again? Well, oh yeah, what's up? I want to show you how one of the
I was just going to ask how one uses C-Dance because it was not available while a lot of videos were being made to show what it could do, but there's been some kind of a release.
So it's actually been in beta on Pixio, the pink profile picture, for about 3 weeks. But now it's more globally available, and we since released Omni, so higher definition. But yeah, you can just use it right now on Pixio.
Show what it can do, but there's been
there's no issue, no VPN. You can just log in, pick a plan, get more buy credits, and use it for about 3 weeks.
What you mentioned,
but now it's so it can take a bunch of images and video. But yeah, you can just use it for the first time. So you can give it video and images and get video back, and no issue, no VPN. What I was just about talking is I extended a video past 2 minutes in my Mortal Kombat fight scene in C-Dance. It's crazy. But if you haven't tried it, definitely go try it. It is incredibly amazing. First time. So you can
highly
get video
recommend.
and images and get video back. And it's
What I was just about
getting a lot of.
and it's unfortunate that it's hard to try right now. That's the only unfortunate part.
Yeah.
But if you did want to try it, you can go to Pixio and try it. I'll share a link in the top, but you can go to it's our version 2 of our product, and you can use it, and it's really great. And it's if you look at the live stream, I'm about to show how it can be autonomous. So you can kind of just tell it, hey, here's my idea for my show or my 1 minute short or my episode, and it'll actually create the whole thing start to finish. And you can use it, and it's really great. And it's if you look at the live stream, I'm about to
that
show
can kind of follow what you want to do. So I mean, it's impressive there too. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not like autonomous. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate it. You're in full control. It's like imagine the AI is your co-director, and it's kind of powering all of your decisions that you're ultimately making. So you're ultimately like, I hate this, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna fix that for you.
it's crazy.
So there's like director notes, it's like a whole situation, and we just launched it.
Imagine the AI.
So I'm gonna, if you look at the live stream, you'll be able to see it, and I'm gonna actually use it.
You're ultimately making.
I think in the
You're
future
ultimately like, I
we're
hate
gonna have
and then
tools
it's like,
like
okay,
this
we're gonna fix that for you.
that were
So
largely
there's like
that were
director notes,
basically
it's
gonna
a
guide
whole
like
situation,
like
and
you're
we
saying,
just launched it.
and that's one of the ways
If you look
that
at the
we
live
can
stream, you'll be
kind
able
of
to see it.
be captivated and control.
Yeah, I mean,
I think in the
I
future,
work normally
we're gonna have
kind of hard
tools
on how
like
to
this
create these sort of
that are
longer
largely
scenes.
that were basically
So
gonna
if you
guide
visit,
saying,
I'll share it
and that's one of
in a
the
second, but if you
one of the
visit
ways
like
that we
what
can,
I'm sharing in the
be
Jumbotron,
captivated and control.
I've never done something that was like 7 minutes, both because the models weren't there and because the direction wasn't there. And it was kind of difficult for me to use like Kling and scenes and multi-prompting. And so when I first created this idea, it helped me create what I shared in Jumbotron, and right then and there, you can see already the difference from like breaking it up and like kind of using dance wholly as like a driving model for what you're doing. It's insanely smart when it puts together like TV show like things. And you can watch the video and see for yourself. It's literally 7 minutes long, longest one I ever made to date. Like breaking it up and like kind of see dance.
That's a long video by any standard of AI.
Exactly. And that's what I want to make possible so that I can be in a classroom, for example, teaching like art students about this and being like, hey, everyone, let's make a short film. And that's like a thing.
That's a long video by any. Yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna have the create. I think it's always been like that whole thing of if you find passion, you really like to do it, if you want to do it, if you want to learn it in school or whatever. We've always had filmmakers, but it isn't all the craft. It's always like you have to study all these different disciplines, I guess. And I think that maybe there's some parts that are, we've always had, being. I hate to use the word replace, but yeah, I mean, like you are basically having the ability to do a production, and you don't have the actors, you don't have, the people that are doing the lighting on set. And I mean, there's people that are just being replaced. I don't mean it in a bad, negative way. I just think that it's that whole.
It's not about being bad or negative. Like I went to school. I'm a developer, and I do a lot of business with TSI, a lot of things. What I went to school for was graphic design, and you know who made that obsolete? Nano Banana. It's like goodbye. I would never, ever, ever hire a designer ever in a million years. For what? Nano Banana could do it 40 times, and I could just choose my favorite. 40 business with TSI.
Well, it's interesting because it becomes philosophical.
And you know who made that obsolete? Nano Banana.
Nano Banana do everything in the course.
I would never, ever, ever hire. No, well, it depends what you're doing. So, like for like social media graphics and things that are like graphic designy, it can do all of that perfectly. Especially because I know I went to school for it. It's like I know even more to how to direct it. But of course, there's handcrafted things, and there's always going to be the need for something to be with the human touch. But the average person that has a business startup, normally that would pay for social media graphics, isn't doing that. Especially, things are definitely changing for sure.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I know the value of a good designer. I really am something for years. But the thing is, I'll never forget before AI, which is crazy to think about this. And I have to tell my dad, like tomorrow when I talk to him, is that before AI, my dad was like,
yeah, I get it.
I graduated school, and I'm like, hey, I know the value. He's like, how much you gonna charge? I'm like, well, the going rate is like $5,000. I'll give you a discount, like $2,500. You know? He goes, have you heard of 99designs.com? And that was just aggregating humans. My dad was like, and it was already making an effect on the small business people. Now, Nano Banana is like a combination of all of that together, and things are going to shift 100% because I don't have people doing my UGC videos, right? But because of these technologies, I have UGC videos that are about to come out on all socials. And I didn't necessarily have to hire anyone for this campaign. I would have had to do that 100% because, so I'm not saying it's obsolete, but it definitely is really changing in a very, very drastic way. And I see it as I see it with all the Federation of Teaching, and I see it with all the teachers that we work with in the schools. Like, they're either don't care about it because they don't understand it, or they love it and they want to be more immersed, or they hate it. It's these three buckets. And all the people that didn't like it a year ago love it this year. So it's like adoption's happening, but also massive changes happening. Don't care about it. So yeah, that's why I have these spaces. I think it's so important to talk about, especially as these video models get out of control. Like these clips that you're seeing, I couldn't do on. Like I've never been able to get these kind of results this year. And that's why I felt comfortable building a video agent, because now it's like actually possible. And you can actually do this. It's so important to talk about, especially before it was not actually possible. Like these clips that you're seeing, I couldn't do on.
Yeah,
like I've never.
I think people really want to hear specifically about video gen, just because this is a new technology. I mean, a new release like that, and I think there's some big competitors. When the names don't get bigger than when Google wants to do like video gen. And specifically about video more like academically, research-wise, how it technically works, stoff like that. But yeah, I think that I've seen some very interesting things regarding like using AI videos, when like Google storyboarding for stories that happen in video sense. We're seeing, like you talked about, where you can bring in, all these elements, bring these elements in easily, and kind of like regarding like mad videos, like Google storyboarding, wow, it understands what you want to do and what visual you want to put in, and there's this kind of like, where you can transfer all these elements, bring these elements in easily, and kind of like
like even this thing that I'm putting on the live stream right now, this animation, like I remember, I actually remember. I know this is crazy. I remember being in school learning how to animate these characters and using a mocap suit. I did this in 3 minutes using C-Dance 2. Like even this 30 seconds, and I could have went further. There's no limit. You know that? Did you know that? I just learned this recently. They have no actual limit of extension. It's wild.
Well, I think that's an interesting concept. That I'm sure. I mean, that's like here and now something new. Like we're hearing it, and it's like we're having like a mind-blowing experience.
You know that? Right? Did you know that? I just learned that.
AI video gen that
they have no
doesn't have a limit on what you can make and how long you can make.
Yeah, it actually does. First one ever.
So this is like news heard around the world. Like, it means something very important to AI. And the other videos, AI, stuff, the platforms and the models, hear this, and they get ideas, and they want to compete too. So we should be seeing more of this stuff happen.
I hope, honestly. Right now, it's the only model that could do this.
Exactly. People want to compete. They don't want to say, "Oh, look, they can do that. We can't, and we're just going to sit on that, and we'll just let all of our colleagues go over there, and they'll use that, and we're okay with that." They're not okay with that. They want to compete. They want to offer something good that
Well, they need to like start competing because it's like crazy.
Yeah. Give them time. Give them time. We're new. It's difficult. Very valid.
Like, look at what's on the live stream right now. Like, this is terrible prompting. 2 words. Action movie.
They want to offer something
Terrible
good
prompting.
that
Well, they need to like start competing, and it just, I don't know. It's just like magical. It never. Even when I made like the nature videos, I can't wait to make more of this for the students. Look how amazing! On-demand nature documentaries. That's like my favorite thing to watch. Now I do them about anything. It's like magical.
I find it interesting that
Even when I
you have
the nature videos, I can't wait to
basically what's called prompt. I can't think of the technical name. It's not embellishment, but there's like an enhancement. They use this term prompt enhanced and other things they call it. And so, you know, you can take a small concept and expand it into what's called by kind of like the first layer or the first, you know, where it first meets the creative element, right? Like if you just say the term, yeah.
But the thing is, that's always up to like me or up to the creator or developer. In this case, the model is actually doing all the work. You don't even have to do that.
First layer or the first. Yeah, but also it happens on a platform creative element, right?
It could, yeah.
You just say the term.
Yeah, it's just I feel we fight with the model so much that for like a second we forget like what happens if the model changes and it becomes easy work. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
Like what happens if you don't have to super prompt anymore? You know? It could, yeah. And so it's just like with C dance for me it's easier to make these things, and that's why I made the agent with C dance. And I got a lot of questions. I'm gonna try to answer a lot of them. Two people asked the same question. So maker mode models. So we're gonna create a new mode called single reference mode in the agent, which will allow models that don't accept 5 images or something to be used in the agent. So that's actually coming. The first one we're going to experiment with is going to be Grok in the agent. And yeah, if you guys can go to live stream, I'm going to kind of show you what I created, which will allow models everyone's asking, and now I'm going to have 5 images or something to be used something I can share with people, so everyone can see what exactly the first one we're going to experiment with is going to be Grok. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. And yeah, if you guys so right now it's pretty not interesting on this page. We're gonna make changes on this page, but basically you're just giving it an idea, something I could share under 4,000 characters. So any idea in the whole world, no restrictions, just under 4,000. And okay, so the model you choose does matter, right? So if I choose image to video CDance Pro, basically it's gonna use CDance Pro driving model for all your videos. If I choose CDance Omni, it's gonna use Omni. Now they're pretty much similar. Omni, I'm noticing does a little better with fight scenes, right? So because less like angry video of moderation. But in the end, they're both still moderated heavily. If I choose and Omni takes way longer. Omni, if you want quick results, don't do Omni. They're pretty much similar. Omni, I'm noticing, Cling is new that we just added. The idea is you can use Cling in addition if you wanted something that would be moderated or wouldn't work. But in the end, they're both. If you already made an agent, it'll like be over here. And so if you guys are in Pixio, you can kind of follow along. You don't have to generate everything, but you can follow what I'm doing. Omni, I'm noticing, Cling is new that we just added. And anyone who's new, you don't even need an account to do this. You just log in. Something that would be moderated or wouldn't work. But in the end, they're both. You guys all saw like the wards of New York. So this is what it looks like when you first get there. The only issue with using this technology in this way is you need a few thousand credits to do it. Because without credits, this becomes something that could be like it's not one generation, right? So you're generating roughly maybe 4 generations per seed to equal a minute for an episode. You're causing credits to do it. Because without credits, this becomes it's coming later tonight. I'm going to be testing Sora as it's going to be single reference. So we're going to be testing some maker mode models and some higher end models that are just single reference. Right now, Rangi, you can't put 4 people in Sora. Without credits, this becomes it's coming later tonight. No, you can't. You can only put 1 person and then testing Sora 2 characters. It's going to be but a character can't be a person. But a character can't be a person. And some higher end models that are just
I don't know, JP's the guy to make
right now,
people
Rangi,
into
can't
like
put 4 people in
he and I
Sora.
would be doing things in the diverse.
So if you're doing on the Sora app, you can't. Maybe. If you're doing it via like us, like a provider, you have to do it a little bit differently. There's more rules.
I don't know, JP's the guy to make
Right now, Rangi, can't put 4 people
he
in
and I
Sora.
would be doing things
So
in
what's
the
cool is it generated
So
all. If you're doing on the Sora app, I didn't generate. If you're doing it, I didn't even describe to us like a provider. I didn't even say like to do it a little bit different. What anything about. I just, and we're gonna do a fresh one in a second. I just want to show you what a full one looks like. Cool is so these are your characters or subjects, but you can have more than here. See, so I can actually generate like the apartment. I didn't even, which I did. New York City sidewalk where she walked. The subway where the first fight happened. A fresh one in a second. It's absolutely incredible that it does all of this. So here's an example of a hidden archive. I haven't generated this because it's later. It's going to be in the next episode. I can actually generate episode 5. Not me, I did. But I'm gonna show you how easy this is. So I'm gonna hit generate what the subway. I'm gonna generate this, but I didn't do this. It's absolutely the agent filled in everything. Here's an example. I just hit generate. I haven't generated this because it's later. It's gonna be and it will do all the work. It created all of this. So I'm going to show you what this is. This is called episodes. So I'm going to hit generate. So each time you build one of these projects, you're going to have episodes. If I click episode 1, it goes to episode 1. You can see it right here. All the episodes in episode for segments in episode 1. It created all of that. If I click episode 2, it goes to segments in episode 2. So I'm going to hit generate. So each time you build episodes is going to change the UI a little bit. Click episode 1, the people, episode 1, the prompts, everything. All the episodes. And then you could go in and you could rewrite segments by clicking this button. Or you can go in and you can just write it in there. So each time you build episode, you can even switch up where your characters go in what order, and then you can preview each time you have a final cut. And then you could go in this case, by clicking, this is the final cut. So it takes all the videos and it puts them together. So this is an example of one generation, one video from the video agent. And then you can preview each time you have a final cut. So in this case, so it generated the whole thing in one shot. This is the final entire sequence of 1 minute, and that's a scene. Or no, that's an episode. Generation. So episode, one video inside an episode has the segments or the scenes. But when it renders the whole episode, so it just gives you the entire episode ready to download. And one of the nice, cool things that we did is if you were to download this, which is the name that it downloads is the name of the episode. So it downloads episode 4, the key below. But when it renders the whole, really good. Helps you organize your generated media. We found that when you're using CDAN, summary, script, and visual actually help. So when you actually hit this button, super cool, Pixio compiles all of the information in your prompt for you. Now here's where it gets insanely when you're using, let's say I switch to Cling, summary, and I hit generate. Everything is now elements, guys. Look how cool that is. So the UI changes with your video choice. Compiles all of so depending on the model you choose, the UI will slightly change. Now here's where it gets one of the cool things we added is score. So now you can generate it creates now prompt for you. You can make a score for your project. Change it here, right here, your video, and download it. Or when you put it together. You can also have narration. As soon as you click this, it will open up with. So now you can generate text, but you can actually generate it first. So for me, I hit draft score. and then it will craft narration. So it will create the whole narration for you, even what narration. And then this is what it looks like when your final set's ready. It will open up. And so right now we don't have a nice pretty grid. We're gonna that tonight. So you'll have a grid of your project. Right now it's kind of just up here. You can change it, or you can go to the original page to kick off a new one. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. We're gonna try it. New video agent. All right, who's got an idea? Let's go. I've been coding all day. So you'll have a grid. Somebody come with an idea. Right now it's kind of just up here. You can change it, or you can go to the original page. Rangy, to kick off a new one. Let's go. Idea. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. We're gonna try it. New video agent. All right, who's got an idea? Let's go. I've been coding all day.
It was really interesting though, watching the last word and the
Change it, or you can go to the
the sound
original
videos
page.
that you had running, and it's like
Let's go.
there's such
Idea.
similar imagery of what we've encountered in the Templarverse in different ways. But it's like, oh
All
my
right, who's
god,
got
this
an
is
idea?
really
Let's
seems
go.
to be some kind of universe
I've been
thing.
coding all day.
It was really totally different. I mean, you must be totally different.
No, just an idea. Come up with a simple idea.
The sound videos that you had running, and it's like
Let's go.
different
Idea.
ways goes to a coffee shop, and it's like so it's encountered in the Templarverse
Okay.
in different ways.
A woman goes to a coffee shop and meets
totally different. I mean, you must be
a
totally
handsome boy.
Come up
That's
with
what you said? So we'll say love story. Okay, now, this is all I'm putting. I'm literally not giving it anything else at all. And I'm just gonna hit go. And it's gonna create it. It's gonna create the whole entire thing, whatever this love story is. And all the people involved. So we'll say love story.
You know, it's interesting you're doing an entire new generation, so
Now,
maybe we can keep track of how
this
long
is
it
all I'm
takes
putting.
to generate.
Taking to generate is a little bit different, so it depends on servers in China. Typically, it can go anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes per generation, or if you're using Omni or 4K or higher
You know, it's
resolution,
interesting
maybe
you're
an
doing
hour
an
or two.
entire new generation, so maybe we can keep track of how long.
Yeah, it's definitely not like any other model. It's not going to
Taking to
return
generate
anything.
is a little bit
You're looking
different,
at
so
least
it
5-10 minutes servers
time.
in China. But that's why you can do them all together. That's the whole idea. So you get your whole generation ready, or then you just generate all the episodes. 4K or higher resolution, and then they'll all finish at the same time. Yeah, it's definitely not like any other model.
Yeah, I think of it. This is just an adjustment to the workflow for people.
But that's
So,
why
that makes sense.
depends what you want to do, right? If you want like super fast, you can use Grok, which is not as good. If you want like really good, C Dance and Sora are like number one. It's definitely not like any other. And they both do.
I think of it. This is just an adjustment.
But C Dance on Pixio is pretty quick. You can get it back in it's like 1 to 4 minutes sometimes.
right?
If you want like super fast, but if you guys look at my screen, it created all these people. If you want like so now you can go here and just generate them. Like, I don't need to do anything. I don't even need to change anything. I want.
I think of it. This is just an adjustment.
It's gonna generate all the people. It's pretty quick. So there's a barista, a love interest. So funny. If you want like but if you guys look at my screen and Maya's friend. If you want like so now you can go here and just generate them. And then here is the episode. So you can see here, Rangy, look what it did. It's gonna generate all the people. So there's a barista, a love interest. You see how it like created the perfect prompts? And so in this scenario, you know who's in this episode? Just her. And then here so you can see she's the only one selected as a character. So different episodes will select different people. You see how it like and so one thing that's cool is when you actually do get the people in this scenario, then we're going to regenerate because now it can see the people in the shot. See, when it first makes your project, it has no idea who the people are. You see how it like and so one thing that's cool is when you actually do get the people in this scenario, then we're going to regenerate because now it can see the people in the shot.
Who want more creative control, like say my
When it
friend
first
who's
makes
here,
your I mean, you can literally edit the person or put your own person. And so one
and
thing
also
that's
edit
cool
the
is when you
prompts
actually
too.
do yeah, all the prompts are editable. That's why it's like a hybrid. So it's a video agent, but it's hybrid because you get to determine like, do I even want these people? When it first makes your I mean, you can literally now you can see or put your own person.
You know,
What's up?
don't forget if you want to.
That's why
somebody
it's like
wants
a
to
hybrid.
test,
So it's a
like
video
what these
agent,
things can
but
do.
it's hybrid because
You can say,
you get to
like,
determine,
generate
do I
me
want
an
these
ugly
people?
person. And because, like,
Now
most
you
of the
can
time
see
people want to go for
or put
beautiful
your own
people
person.
or whatever, maybe
What's
just
up?
average.
Don't
looking
forget.
person. But
Yeah,
there's
wanna,
interesting
that's why it's
stories
like a
with
hybrid.
like
So
monsters
it's a
and
video agent,
villains
but
and
it's hybrid
some
because
people who
say,
are meant to have
like,
some kind of
generate me
visual
an ugly person.
efficiency, I guess,
because
say.
like
now
For
most
story,
of the time people want to go for
so it's interesting to see how these models can handle that curveball.
yeah, it's
There's interesting
so
stories
before
like
CDEMs, I would
monsters,
say
like
this is not
villains,
really
and
worth it because
people
you're
who
gonna
are
get
meant to
more
have, like,
fails
very
than
visual
successes.
ugly
But because
efficiency, I
there's
guess,
tech like
for
CDEMs,
story,
you're actually getting more
so
successes.
it's interesting to see
than
how these
fails.
models can handle that
Which is
curveball.
important. I think.
There's interesting
So
stories.
before
The fact that
CDEMs,
you
I would say
can
this is
use
not really worth
pictures
it
for
because you're gonna get
people,
more
so like
fails
in
than
current
successes.
technology, like I've seen that
Because
that's a good,
there's tech like
that's a good
CDEMs, you're
promising
actually getting more
avenue, right? Where you can like
successes.
use the kind of person or character that you want to have. Some models have trouble just adhering to and sticking to like the consistency of the model when you're doing themes and stuff. So that's some of the markings or I should say the ratings of videos get. They handle some better, but some worse. There's going to be differences on the characters that it can handle well, the characters it can't handle well, and that's an interesting kind of
Well, I
benchmark.
think with Nano Banana, character is not a problem. I think before that, it would have been a problem.
Again. They handle some better.
Now,
and so just to be clear, like I'm referring to, like once you bring in your proper character exactly looks the way you like, when the AI video
I think with Nano
generates
Banana,
scenes
character is not
and
a
motion
problem.
with that character.
I think before that,
For example, one of the characters I used had like this odd thing with its mouth, and so where its mouth opened
like
and
I'm
was
referring to,
like
once you bring in
doing
your
these emotes that were just kind of like way out of spec. And I couldn't really
well, what model though? Because it really does matter if it's like taking your image and then like thinking about it or potentially using it versus Omni or character reference where you're giving it the exact look, and that's different than like image to video. Unfortunately, what model though? Because it really does matter if it's like, so like using a reference and then it's like just different because the model versus can keep that reference in every frame. Character versus image to video starts with an image and it starts good maybe for the first 5 seconds, but as it progresses, it loses sight of that image. So like using where these models come in and change it because the model can keep that.
You're saying that you're like loading in and setting some kind of like an avatar.
Exactly, and I'm going to show you right now what that looks like. So now that I have all the people, when I regenerate of that image, now it's going to reference that. And this is the magic of CDANs, the references.
You're saying that
it's incredible.
Some kind of like an avatar.
Exactly, I'm going to technically not. So now that I have all the people,
yeah, I guess it's just kind of like making the LoRa and then using it, and it's like a streamlined way.
Yeah, and we first saw this with Clayton and with Minimax when they had character reference and elements. Technically, but this is a whole new level.
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of like making the LoRa. It's invented using it, and it's like a streamlined. It skips the need for training a LoRa as a LoRa traditionally actually has training, even if it's only 20, 30, 40 images, and even if it only takes a small amount of time to train it, it still is kind of like a component. And this is more like you put it in and it does everything behind the scenes and then training with a LoRa.
That's true. And I'm getting a few questions, so I'm going to answer them. It should be helpful. So after you use the video agent, like I am right now, I still have creative control every step of the way. It's not autonomously doing anything. What it is autonomously doing is pushing you to be a better director. It's helping you do the things you may not know how to do because it's trained on like video agent, like I am right now. I still have creative control. So it's helping you create these setups, and then when you're here, is pushing you to be a better director. This would be the actual prop. So you can see now, see this at image one. I don't know if you can see it in the live stream. I'm gonna zoom in. Might help you guys. So that's that like Laura situation I'm talking about. It's literally referencing these images in seconds. So it'd be like 0 to 3 seconds, image 1 does this. 0 to 6 seconds, image 2. And then 9 to 12, image 2 looks at image 1. And so that's what I mean by not just image to video. That's not what this is. These images does that make sense? So it'd be like it is kind of like a Laura. Image 1 does this. 0 to 6 seconds, and then 9 to 12. And so here at this point, if I wanted to generate this, and so that's what I mean by not just image. I would hit generate, and it's got everyone who needs to be in the photo. You see? Does that make sense? So it'd be like it is kind of like a Laura. So this is the first person who has to be in the photo, and she's here. And so here, and so it puts the prompt together for you. You see? It does all the stuff. Now I didn't have character 2, but now I do. He's number 2. So in the first scene, right? It's him. The first person who has to be in the photo. Let's see if it's him and her. Yeah, in the first scene, it's him and her. It puts the prompt together for you. So let's make sure we're in the first scene. Yeah, first scene, episode 1, the first set. Now Maya seeks shelter from the rain and discovers a coffee shop. So we talked about in the first scene, right? So now I have the scene. I got the 2 people. Here's my segment. The first scene, and so I can actually generate that. So let's make sure we're in the first scene. Yeah, first scene, episode 1. So now I'm locked because I'm moderated. Shelter from the rain. That's interesting. Discovers a coffee shop. So we talked about. So let's see why. So now real people and celebrity likeness. Here's my segment. Yeah, so and so usually it's like one word. So now I'm locked because I'm moderated. So in this case, what you can do, and this just helps you because C-Dance is a little crazy. So now Maya is image 1, and that's all I have to change. Because Maya is a celebrity. It's like one word. I'm guessing. And now there's more, so I'm guessing it's the names. So that's easy to fix. And the reason why I don't have the AI do this is because different models, different things, and this is not going to last. Maya is image 1, and that's all I have to change. So they're going to change this anyway, but let's see. And this is part of battling C-Dance, right? Is like, how do you get it? I don't to where it like understands because different models, like what the problem is. This is not gonna last. Could be even the word like love, and that's all I have to change. So they're gonna change this anyway. But let's see. I went down a little bit. And this is part of battling. And this checker comes from C-Dance. So it was the names at the top. You can see right here where it like it's because this is like could be even the word like love. So you can just simply go like this. And then that should get you out of hot water. It's because it doesn't know or is guessing that actually is a celebrity. So this is like some good practice. It's because this is like if you're using this tool. You have a question, Nemo? I see hand. Maybe it's fake though. And then that should get you out of hot water.
Hey, what's up?
It's
How you
because
doing?
how are you? It doesn't know or is guessing.
Yeah, I was
that
following your
actually is a
tutorial
celebrity.
actually.
So this
Pretty
is like
neat
some good
project.
practice.
I tried
if
to
you're using
import
this
my
tool. You have
image
a
though
question,
as a
Nemo?
reference,
Maybe
not the
it's
AI
fake though.
generated one, and I got a
And
few
then that should get
like
you out of
error.
hot
Hey,
water.
what's up?
It's
I
because
posted it in the comment
it
though,
doesn't
in
know or
case you would
is
like to take a
guessing.
look and
that
dive
so
into it.
if you posted,
Pretty neat project.
if it's too big,
I
that
tried
would be
to
the problem.
import my image, but it's real small PNG. It's under meg. Got a few.
So what I would do is I would first make sure your picture has white background. So go to Nano Banana Pro and edit in like the generate tab and get it with a white background. That's step 1.
Nah, it's okay.
And then after you generated it in the system, you should be able to download it and upload it or use it again. Because you can hit add subject reference, and you're going to be able to choose. And you can directly upload right here. The generate tab and get it with a
So
white
I
background.
can't literally, so I can't operate this like I would with
And then after you
Pixio,
generate
whereby
it in
you
the
have
system,
start frame, end frame, and then it could.
Oh yeah, no,
model
you can.
the
You definitely can. But this is a video agent, so it's a little bit different.
Oh, so you go to what
Yeah,
video
see, I just
generator?
did exactly what you
So
did.
I
I didn't
can't
bother changing it,
So I can't
and I got an
upgrade
error.
like
Yeah, yeah.
and then after
You can use it like Higgsfield in their start and end frame, but this model is different. They don't have start and end frame. They have image to video, then they have references, which is what we're talking about. But you can just go to regular.
Wouldn't the image to video work in that fashion though? Like I
You
put
can
an
use
image.
it. It would. In their start and you would have to take two images. This model is different, and you would have to be at image one is start frame, and transitions to at image two end frame.
So how do I
go to
upload those
regular-
images
wouldn't
without
the
error?
image So, if are you using the video agent or you just want to generate it? Because if you just hit create and generate, you can just do it.
Okay, I was using the video agent.
So the video
because
agent
it's
is
neat how we did the same.
Yeah, the video agent won't work unless you have a paid plan and enough
How do I
credits.
upload those? And how many credits do I need to do?
Are you using the so for the video agent, it's best to have roughly 3,000 credits. Because that's what it would take to do like a whole 1 minute segment. Yeah, the video agent won't work. But you don't have to use the video agent. You could go to the generate tab, right? And then if you're looking at the video agent, if I type like claims, for example, there's frames because that's what it would take, and then like everything like you would expect, and you could upload. So like here I'm selecting an asset or uploading. You could use go to the generate but tab. In the video agent it's new and it only uses CDANs, which is a very expensive model. For example, it uses it.
I use the CDANs through ByteDance, but it's just a bit too much hassle. You have to get like a Chinese.
I know, and then you have to wait 47 hours. But in the video agent it's new and it only uses CDANs, which is a very expensive
Ross did
model.
that for us. You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
you don't need any like VPNs. You just log in and you can get credits and use CDANs right now. You don't have to do any of that madness.
Yeah, that's why
I know. And then you have to wait 47 hours.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, if you're looking at the live stream, I just generated. Right now, I'm doing a CDAN generation, but you don't need any like I just did this. You can get credits with an image. I'll show you. If you look at my screen, I gave it that. But it wasn't a start frame. It just said like I just said use this. Yeah, but sure. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do start frame. The way I would do it, if you're looking on screen, is I would have two images selected, and I would do image one transitions to image two using the at image one. But other tools, like I'm sure you've seen in other tools in like Higgsfield, for example, they have frames. So Kling 3 has actual frames, not just images. So you see start frame and then end frame. Other tools, see how on the UI it sees that? I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit. So it does have that, but the video agents they have frames, not generating one video. It's essentially generating.
Yeah, I like that autonomy, right? But it would just be so nice to be able to have the beginning sequence and then let it be autonomous during that whole remaining sequence.
I can tell you, we have two updates coming. One is going to be a script you can upload. And
Exactly.
Yeah, you can upload a script and you can upload like a batch of images to use as your characters. We just launched this video agent yesterday, so we're still like testing how it's working and what needs to be adjusted. I can tell you, we have two
so
updates
you mean the
coming.
update
One
for the
is
script will be on the video agent, not the video edit. Exactly.
Right, because the video agent can take your 5,000 word script and then turn it into 5 minutes of video. We just launched this video agent yesterday.
That would be cool. Like, how long would that take to generate render? And
it took me. I made one. I made 4 minutes. Right, because 4 scenes. That's like 5,000 word script. 10,000 credits. 5 minutes. 2 hours. We just launched this video agent yesterday.
It took 2 hours. Okay, but that's like 5 minutes straight, right?
I made. You can watch it and see. I made. It's in the It's in the jumbotron. It's the first thing you see, the showcase. If you click that, it's a film called Absolute Zero, or the start of a film.
It took 2 hours. Okay, I'll go check that.
And that was made using basically this. Like the whole idea is to make it easier and see. And so like this takes a long time. I can simply go here and go to scene 2 and then be like, okay, who's in this scene? And it looks like it's image 2 and image 1 and image 3 this time. was made. So it's like I'm hiring the actors by clicking this button. See how cool that is?
Yeah.
In my brain, the idea was like, I want to click on the person that I want, the 3 people, and the places and the things, and I want you just to make me a 1-minute clip. And that's how this idea came, and then I built it, and then here we are, we're testing it, and it's live, but testing, it's new. In my
Yeah, I
brain,
kind of like
the
it.
idea was like, I want to click on the
I
person
recently like
that I want, the 3
worked on an
people,
app, right?
and the
It
places
makes
and the
music,
things,
the
and
audio
I want you just to
instrumental.
make
So
me a 1-minute.
I've been waiting on an easier
And
way
that's how
to
this
get
idea came, and
Seed
then I built
Dance,
it, and then
so they could also make videos for the music that they generate. You know what I mean? Like music videos. Yeah, I kind of
yeah, so we already have that in
recently, like,
Pixio. It's called audio to video. You can get 15 seconds of that, whatever you ask for, driven by your music.
I've been waiting on an easier way. And you could upload an image of the character.
You could.
Make videos for the music. Let me check that out too. Shit, I mean, like music videos.
Yeah, and if you wait before you, well, if you buy credits or whatever, you can let me know. But we're gonna probably have a promo tonight, so you can just wait for that in a few minutes.
I've been waiting on an easier way. And you could upload an image of the character.
But I recommend, if you're just like new, I recommend like premium will allow you to like try stuff. Gabe, you have questions? Also, hi. Or whatever, you can let me know. But we're gonna probably have a promo.
And you could
have a
upload an
question for
image
you,
of
right?
the
I think what would be cool to add.
But I
for
recommend,
video because
if you're
most
just
of the time
like
with my
new,
creative
I
work,
recommend
I
like
already have
premium
like
will allow you to like try stuff. Gabe, you have questions? Also, hi.
Yep. So I want to like just give it like all of my characters. Like if I have 5 characters, and I just kind of told like the dynamic, and I give it like the setting, you know, like the vibe, the style, and then you start it off from there with the create workspace. I think that would be really cool. And then you can like just build from that moment instead of like I want starting it raw, just creating like all the characters and stuff.
Yeah,
from scratch.
yeah, 100%, and that's why the first update that's being made to this is gonna allow you to start with a script, and it's gonna allow you to put images and a script together, or any documents, pretty much PDFs, like anything. And you'll be able to start from there, and it'll put your characters in the slots and set everything up. Start with a script, and it's gonna allow you, and then start the workspace. Put images and a script together, or any documents, pretty much PDFs, like anything.
Like data is such an
And you'll be able to start from there, and it'll put
I
your
know.
characters in the slots.
Yeah, we worked really hard on it. It's difficult because there's like everyone's got different rules. Everyone has different things that you need to do with the model, and so we worked really hard rather than rebuilding or going on top of what we did and just reimagine Pixio from the ground up. And I literally, Gabe never looked back. As soon as I tried feed through for the first, everyone's got different rules. Haven't even visited Pixio V1 that you need to do with the model, and so we worked really hard rather than rebuilding.
And there's a few people here that
going
have
on
seen
top of
Pixio
what we
one,
did
and they
and
don't.
reimagine Pixio from the ground up. And
Yeah,
I
we worked really hard
literally,
on it.
Gabe never looked back.
But that's the evolution part of it all. And just in our chatting, guys, we
rather than rebuilding.
and there's a few got one here, and you can see it's definitely her. And she's going into the coffee shop from the rain. That's the evolution part of it all.
So see how it didn't change her? This is what I mean.
In our chat, I have to download the whole thing so you can see it for real. Because it's like buffering. Got one. So I'm gonna download this, which is my first scene. Definitely her. And you can see the scenes are automatically coming into this UI, which is something that we worked on to make sure that this UI held its state and knew what scene was. This is what I mean. I have to download the whole thing. But I am very excited about this release. I love the agent. Look, I made this. I'm gonna download this. The video agent. I love interest. Look at this. And you can see the scenes are automatically coming into this UI, which is something that we worked on to make sure that you can see how it definitely understood the assignment, because it just took her and him and put them in the start of our little video. What do you think, Randy? This was your idea. And you can see the scenes are automatically coming
I think it's incredible.
to make sure
So
that
you can see how it
Wait, Ross, is
definitely
that a
understood
single
the assignment,
video or is that
because
like multiple
it
clips?
just took
So
her and
that's
him
actually
and
one
put them
video,
in
and what's
the
cool
start
is it
of
figures
our
out the way to
little
prompt
video.
C dance for you, so you can
What
get
do you
it
think,
cut like
Randy?
this. Like, look at it, it's so good.
Okay, that's insane. I thought you were like stitching up.
I'm not doing any of those
Is
cases.
that
Wait,
So that's actually
it's
one
doing
video, and
all
what's
of
cool
it.
is it figures out the way to prompt C dance for you.
that actually shows me how powerful this model is.
and that's
I haven't
the
really
benefit.
started messing with it yet, so it's really
That's
interesting.
the benefit of
I'm
having
not
the
doing
15-second
any of those
generation.
cases.
You can compact it more with,
So
you know, you
that's
give it
actually
more
one
direction
video, and what's
and
cool
have
is
like
it figures
scene
out the way to
outtakes.
prompt C dance.
That actually shows me
And also,
how
I know you, was it Gabe that mentioned Pixio V1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, definitely got, Pixio V2 has gotten a huge glow up, and, you know, also the apps are coming soon as well. So if you prefer using it on an iPad or iPhone or for Android, you will have that ability as well. So it's nice and seamless. Yeah, you know, definitely got,
Yeah, you guys been
Pixio
cooking.
V2
Who
has
am I- who
gotten
That
a
is
huge
Nick.
glow up, and, you know, also the apps are coming soon.
Yeah, what's up, Nick?
What's up?
I haven't actually spoken to you.
Yeah, you know, I'm
You guys are cooking,
I'm
bro.
here and there, you know. And
He's
I'm on the back
actually,
end.
Nick is the driving force. Nick and Alex are behind Pixio V2. They built it from the ground up. I only came in at the end.
Yeah, we took all the issues and feedback and complaints, and you know what? When we thought about V2, we wanted to modernize it. You know, we wanted to make it in a way where it's way more streamlined. So you're not like looking for your generations locally from one app. You know, we also wanted to make sure it's fully transparent, so you know what model exactly that you're looking for. Because you know, when C dance comes out, you know, you don't want to, you know, look around in 100 different models and guess what it might be. So that's you know, certain things that we have to factor in, and you know, V2 is much faster. You know, you can generate and have as many cues as you want. It's all going to be running in the background, and it's also cross-platform, so you can pretty much access it in different, you know, different computers, and not have to worry about, you know, where are my generations, you know, stuck locally in a different computer. So this way, it's just overall a better user experience. It's also cross-platform, so
Yeah, very well said. I definitely agree. Pixio 2 is crazy. It just took, you have to get to it. Right? And even like looking at this, it's like, how in the world is this thing able to do this? Look at scene 2, people. Like, how is this even possible?
Yeah.
What has
Sorry
Fight
about
Dance
that.
done? Look.
What can I get you?
It just
Okay, I'll just
you have to
have
get
a
to
latte.
just look at number
Looking at
two.
this, it's like
Literally
how in the
true.
world
Number
is
2.
this thing able to do this?
Look at
scene
this.
2, people.
The barista,
How is
the love
even
interest.
possible? Yeah.
What
I
has
don't know.
Fight
Sorry about
Dance?
that.
Coffee spelled right? I mean,
What can I
what
get
else
you?
do you need,
Okay,
people?
I'll just
You have to
have
get
a
more
latte.
proof
Just
do
look
you
at
need
number
that this is crazy. Number 2. Like, look,
Wait, Ross. So
Look at
you've
this.
tried prompting in
the
Chinese.
barista. Yeah, it's really
Any
good.
noticeable difference?
I noticed it understands really well in Chinese too. There is a Chinese button right up until generation. So you go here and you could go right to Chinese by hitting the Chinese button.
you will definitely get a different
A
output.
little bit different, and you gotta be careful because you might be
really
speaking
good.
Chinese.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I noticed
So,
it
you know,
understands.
if you are gonna do that, make sure that you have it somewhere that you want it in English, the dialogue specifically. But you know, sometimes the coherence of like your prompt and what you want, it sometimes can get a better understanding if it is Chinese. So you can just kind of play around with that as you go.
Nick, look at this before you go. Look at this. So these are our people, right? Her, him, and her.
But
Look at how it nails it. Look at the hired actors. Look at this.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And when you're thinking about you know, your actors, this is basically character reference, right? So I think Ranky, you mentioned before about your story that you're trying to prompt, and you have your characters.
Look at how it nails it.
You want to make sure you have your characters different angles, you know, doing different things that you would expect them to, you know, to do in that video that you want. because that's really how you get that 2 minute, plus video of like a nice story. I know Ross has done, 5-6 minutes before with the same character.
Somebody needs to stop me.
So
I just can't. I love it.
yeah, Ross is he has the creator spirit.
It's
Really how you
so
get that
good. Now it's so
2 minute,
easy.
plus
Before you gotta
video
try so
of,
hard.
like a
Now I'm
nice
just like, see
story.
dance, do it.
I know Ross has done, and
And it is a little bougie and it is expensive,
one thing
but it is doing it well.
one thing I would say is if it gets to a point where it's costing you too much credits, use different models.
Yeah,
Jump around.
Now it's so
Fling
easy.
is amazing.
Before you got
Nikki was playing actually in
now I'm just like, see
the
dance,
agent
yesterday.
and
And it
there's
is a
always
little
like
bougie and
improvements
it
on
is
like
expensive, but it is doing it well.
OpenAI Sora, Google VO, Runway. There's other models that you can jump around to, and especially when you get moderated. When you get moderated, it does get very frustrating. I know you see the fails, but you know what? They won't charge you, so it doesn't matter. But if you're trying to get less fails, just make use of that their IP sanitization and reduce the risk of having moderation that could happen. Sometimes it'll say like 10%, and you know what, you think that you're in the clear, and like you would hope, right? You would hope that you're in the clear and that your generation will work. But for me personally, I like to get down under 5% or even 3%, and that's just something that I noticed because I get easily frustrated. And I won't try too many times.
Guys get tired of seeing the red.
Yeah, I won't try too many times. If I see that prompt is not giving me what I need, I either give it to AI and have it fully, give me some alterations, or
Wait,
I
what,
just
what
jump right
models
in.
are you guys using?
Say again?
Try
too many times.
You know what? So so at the top, at the very top of Pixio, you'll see something called prompt, and that's our prompt optimizer. And it's definitely going to get much
updates about models. We're using a mix of GPT 4 point. I don't even know. It's 5.4 and
that's our prompt optimizer.
Llama 4.
And it's definitely going to
I
get
asked that
much
because I use
models.
so currently what my workflow is I use GitHub Copilot.
That's good.
Right? That's normally for code review.
5.4.
But you can use it for a bunch of other
and
stuff. So what I usually do, because it has like an agent mode type of thing,
Llama 4.
I just have to like create all the scripts and all that for it. Yada, yada,
Yeah.
But what I noticed with my workflow is I use GitHub Copilot. It performs way better at like open source 5.4. You can use it for does really well with like what I usually do, like fine detailed structure or like logical elements. Like Gemini, the latest one, for which one it is.
Yeah.
What I noticed with my 3.1 Pro is really good at like creative writing,
and also
So it's like you just have those
and also really good with lyrics as well.
Yeah, and that's why when if I'm doing manual stuff, I go right to machine, which you haven't seen, Gabe. So when you get a chance one day, shoot me a message and I'll show you. It's like an autonomous agent with every single model. And what's really good is it can go online and learn about the model you're using.
Yeah,
and that's why when and then craft you like I go right to super in-depth scripts and dialogue and everything. It's so unbelievably good because it's a self-contained computer. So you're literally firing up your own computer just for this good is it can go online and it's able to save files. And so I use that instead of like Copilot or even AI Tutor because machine it understands the larger picture of what I'm trying to do, and it's on the web, so it's not tied to anything, and it's able to go on the internet really easily. So what's cool, Gabe, is machine is actually a pilot, or it has like a free daily thing. You can try it. It understands completely for free the larger picture of what I'm trying to do. And yeah, you can actually. Well, when I told you about it, we didn't have this. Now we do. So you can go there and log in and actually send a prompt, and you can see like what the difference is. It's really good. Nick was actually using it today. Completely for free.
Yeah, DM me.
what I'm trying to do.
What's really good about it?
Yeah, you can actually. Well, when I told you about it with tablets, now we do. You can go there and log in and actually. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just telling them what the difference is. Now, also, guys, I wanted to show you this on stream because I didn't want to just do it. So I can hit this. It'll figure out what prompt should be the undertone for this, and then it'll generate the score. And so you can choose like any whatever you want, or do nothing. Now, also, just do it. Put it in here, and then eventually, when you're all done, you'll be able to make the whole thing. And what's really interesting is you can add more of these, and you can actually add more episodes. So entirely new setups that are missing scene, script, visual prompt, and then you can just kind of hit regenerate again, or generate this segment, a new segment based on the story. And you don't have to tell the story. We send the story to the agent for you. So the agent knows everything about what you're doing or what you just did and the scene right before you. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick thing before I go have dinner about how to use the video agent, what it is, why it exists. But as always, you can go to the generate tab and you can just do anything in the generate
everything
tab.
about what you're doing.
Everything in the agent actually shows up in the generate tab, which is really nice. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick thing before. And it's so funny because sometimes ByteDance does not put a watermark. It's pretty crazy. No watermark. As always, you can go to the generate tab and you can just.
Wait, why did they add a watermark?
Everything about
what is the work?
Everything in the agent actually. Oh no! So check this out, Gabe. So Nick and Alistair built this for you guys. You go here, right? Choose your video. You go here. You just type no watermark. What they call it.
Wait, why did they
So
add a
there's
What do you call it?
there's multiple ways you can
No, but this is the easy way. What do you call it?
bar.
So Nick and Alistair
black
built
bar.
this for you guys. You
Black
go here.
bar.
Yeah, right here. So you click this, Gabe. Black bar. If you're gonna use this model, choose the one that has like the watermark. So like in my case, it's this one. And then you just hit generate, and then it's gonna remove the watermark for you.
Then there's also the other watermark remover, right?
Yep. Then there's another watermark.
Just search up
Yeah, right
watermark.
here. You click this, Gabe.
So there's two ways you can currently do it in Pixio, but they're doing it in
Choose the
Pixio.
one that has like the watermark. So like.
okay. I thought I was wondering.
Then you just
why
hit
did they
generate,
add
and then it's
that?
it's like
Then there's also the other.
they're afraid.
But
Honestly.
you
Yep,
know what's
then there's
funny?
another watermark.
Sometimes you'll luck out, and you'll get some generation
So there's two ways
without
you can
watermark.
currently do it in
So
Pixio, but
It
they're
really
doing
just kind of depends.
Yeah, and then like this generation, Gabe removed it. Look, it's
I was-
perfect.
I was
Couldn't even tell.
wondering.
Yeah, it's like
Then there's
Yeah,
also the other.
they're afraid.
But you know what's
Yep.
funny?
another watermark.
Sometimes you'll luck out, and you'll get
And then-
some
Are you using
generation
like Funky or
without
something?
watermark.
No, it's something Alistair
really
and Nick
just
created in
kinda
Python. Yeah, and then like this generation, Gabe.
Yeah, they're getting crazy. They're like little monsters now. Right, Nick?
Yeah,
Nick's coding like crazy man right now.
they do crazy things.
And there's not really like any distortion or anything.
And then-
Are you using like Funky or something?
No, it's
Yeah,
something
you can even take
Alistair
it a
and
step
Nick created
further,
in
right?
Python.
Like, you know,
Yeah, and then,
video
like, this
upscaling.
generation, Gabe.
Yeah,
And,
they're getting crazy. They're like little
And
monsters.
I say, you
Right,
know,
Nick?
it's still really good.
Coding
You
like
don't
crazy man
actually
right
have to
now.
even do that.
It's true.
But
And there's-
you
there's
have
not-
everything here, you know. You have the voice, you have the music, you have
No,
the video, the image. You know, now it's just how do we these agents do it for us?
There's this,
It's still much more
which they built also, Nick and Alistair. You can literally
but
choose
you
two
have
videos
everything here, you know. You
and
have
just
the
merge them
voice,
together.
You have the music,
And
you have
they merge in the
video,
order you give them.
image.
So like in this case, if I were to put these two episodes together, I would just do that. That's
how
that.
do we
If it fails, that's like a different story. But typically that's how you do it. And then here's the score that the agent choose two videos. You guys can hear that? Together.
You have music,
And they
Yeah, you
merge
guys
in
hear
the
it.
order you give them. So like in this case, if I were to put these two episodes
You know, it'd be
together,
cool,
I
Ross. I don't
would
know
do
if
that.
you're doing
That's
that.
that. If it fails, that's
Add,
like
like,
a different story. But
banana
typically that's how you do it.
video
And
agent.
then here's
Like
the
you know the
score.
idea that says like
Oh, it's already done.
providing-
Yeah. So if you go guys to can the hear video that. agent, it's using it behind the scenes.
Yeah, you guys
So you just like when you edit your photos
Or whatever,
okay.
it's gonna fire up Nano Banana Pro.
if it fails,
banana
typically
work
that's how you do it.
video
It's
agent.
really
You know the
smart
idea
and
says,
it's
like,
choosing.
oh,
Also,
done,
when you
yeah.
click an image on the sidebar, I don't know if you've seen this new thing.
Using it.
You can like edit or do next frame, and it'll bring up Nano Banana with your image.
Or whatever,
Okay.
it's gonna fire up Nano Banana Pro.
So there's